Bit of an exciting day around here. Bit of a cool morning because I got the video put out for this crazy model device that showed up, which I've had model devices show up in the past, but never to this degree of precision and finish. This is an iPhone 13 Pro Max model. I realize that device is not out yet. It doesn't exist yet.
You have the first one.
They manufactured a thing that has all the like the weight, the materials, cool to the touch, the polished edge, the smaller notch. Like, it's actually kind of amazing what they can put together without Apple being involved. Anyway, this video went out this morning. A lot of people have watched it. There's a fun little purple iPhone giveaway at the beginning. Definitely go check it out if you haven't yet. But I'm going to give you a little bit of a breakdown of what happens in that video, in this video right here. This is the model referenced. As I said, iPhone 13 Pro Max. I did all the dimensions with a caliper in order to discover that it's ever so slightly fatter, which would line up with some of the rumors around potentially some new display tech going in that could make it a little fatter than the previous version. It's relatively insignificant. Like, this would be a thing that would show up on a spec sheet, but for somebody handling it, I got them both side by side here. For somebody handling it, you wouldn't notice this. Tiny little difference. It still has a port on the bottom, so it's not indicating that we're going to see the port go away anytime soon. Lightning cable fits in there. The notch, as I mentioned, I put the calipers on that. It shrunk pretty substantially, and the way they appear to have achieved it in this model unit is by moving the earpiece up to the very edge of the frame instead of squarely in the middle. Wow, you just paused on a really perfect spot right there, Will.
I found it.
Even in your current state right now, yes, you still got that part.
Yeah. I'm pushing through.
You still got the pause button figured out. So presumably, you're able to keep all your same sensors for Face ID. Everything's still shooting at your face. And your earpiece there simply by rearranging things, by the looks of it, and possibly shrinking some of these components. But just by moving that earpiece up to the top edge of the frame. And then, of course, the other big finding here is in the camera area, where we have this enormous triple camera layout. I've got the old and the new here, and I don't know how easy that is for you to tell. Will's going to find you a better shot. This is actually the biggest measurement difference. It's not the width, it's not the height, it's not the thickness. When I put the calipers on the individual camera modules, that's your biggest difference measurement-wise. So those things grew. What does that mean for us? I don't know. It could mean bigger apertures. It could mean bigger sensors. I don't know. I mean, that remains to be seen. It could be Apple just likes a big camera.
Right.
But it was... it's been rumored for a while now. It's just never been manifested in something physically. And so I consider this to be really a fairly exclusive experience to get my hands on this thing. So it's pretty cool, especially so far in advance. What does it mean? I don't know. As long as people are okay with the look, then I presume it's going to mean some degree of improved performance. But for me, the main feature I'm looking forward to is the new display tech and finally having a fast refresh in an iPhone. I know it seems crazy we made it all the way to 2021 before we see something like that take place. Mm-hmm. It seems crazy, but I think most people are pointing. It seems like it's happening now. And so you're going to have, well, they call it ProMotion, but everybody else just calls it, well, actually they got different names for like smooth, and it's a faster refresh. In this case, the rumor is 120 hertz, just like the iPads. And for a guy like you, Will, you've been on this high refresh for how long now?
Quite a few years. So I'm excited. I would like to try out an iPhone.
Do you remember what your first high refresh phone was? Maybe a 90 hertz Pixel? I can't remember.
Probably.
I'm just guessing what you would have been. Because you have an S.
I hung on to Pixel for a long time.
Mm-hmm. But right now, what do you got?
S20.
Yeah, you got an S20.
Yeah.
He's got an S20 right now.
I appreciate the 120 hertz.
Yeah. Yeah. No. I look at fast refresh is a really nice thing. It makes your entire experience feel snappier. I know it's been a controversial point for Apple users for a long time because they've been saying, like, we don't need it. We don't care. We want the battery life. Wait for them to figure it out. Or at least some people have said that. Yeah. But this is a big bonus. Once they get to use it, they're going to say, okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Can't go back.
I'll take it. Anyway, go check out that video. Like I said, it has all the dimensions, way better looks than what we can provide right here. But if you're an early adopter, a tech fan, if you like to keep track of this kind of stuff, that's going to be your best look yet at a physically manifested model of potentially, allegedly, the next iPhone, way in advanced.
Right on.
And it's the premium model, the Pro Max model, compared to the previous version. Today's sponsor is Freshly. Chef-cooked, healthy meals delivered to you. You see, sometimes you're feeling the way you're feeling today. And you just don't see yourself getting in front of the stove and all that.
No.
Some days. Now, some days you got to do it. But some days you can't see yourself getting in front of the stove. But what you actually need in this current state that you're in is all the vitamins and nutrients associated with a balanced meal.
For sure.
You know, people trying to get in shape.
Uh-huh.
They've been trapped at home. And you know me, I just got the thing you built over there. I'm pedaling on the laptop recently. I got the pedals with the desk.
You are, yeah.
It's out of control.
Uh-huh.
Just to keep things moving a little bit and stay fresh. But none of it matters if you don't hit the nutrition.
Uh-huh.
None of it matters what you do. What goes into your body, that's where it all starts. That's the fuel that feeds it. It keeps you running. So you might want to look at the Thai-ish lemongrass bowl. You might want a red pepper chicken bowl or a miso glazed beef bowl. And here's the beauty of it from Freshly. It's ready to go. Chef made, nutrient packed. No grocery shopping, none of that stuff going on. All you do is go to freshly.com and choose from over 30 delicious, satisfying, better for you meals like steak peppercorn, sausage baked penne, or chicken pesto bowl. I mean, there's way more than that, obviously. Freshly can fit your lifestyle with a variety of plans and meals to pick from that work for your dietary needs, preferences, tastes, and family size. I need to reiterate real quick. This thing comes ready to go. You heat, you eat. You understand this, Will?
It's a beautiful thing.
And right now, for our listeners, you can try Freshly for just $6.16 per meal. Stop searching the internet for healthy food near me every night and start living freshly. Your meals are always delivered fresh, never frozen, and are ready to heat and enjoy in just 3 minutes. New meals added each week, bringing the convenience of chef-made, nutritionist-designed classics right to your kitchen. Right now, you guys can get $40 off your first 2 orders when you go to freshly.com/LouLater. You can stop stressing about dinner and go to freshly.com/LouLater for $40 off your first 2 orders. Once again, that's freshly.com/LouLater or click the link in the description. $40 off your first 2 orders. You might be eating miso glazed a beef bowl. You might be. That could be you. All right, speaking of upcoming Apple products, this one is possibly more exciting. It's been rumored for about 1 billion years now. People saying, when's Apple going to do the foldable? And then they said, they're never going to do the foldable. And then Ming Chi comes out, I said, they're going to do the foldable. That's what he said to me. He called me up.
To you?
Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. And then I called up Mac Rumors. I'm like, let me tell you what Ming Chi just told me.
Very cohesive.
We got a whole system.
Yeah.
It's not what happened. I gotta tell the truth over here, Will. You're leading people astray. Although, Ming Chi, you want to give a call? No problem. We'll take your call. Well, actually, you can come sit in a chair. We get this whole thing sorted out.
For sure.
With world travel and whatnot.
Yeah. Tell us some stories, Ming Chi.
Imagine Ming Chi on the show. He's probably got a lot going on. I don't know. Does he travel around? I've never even seen a picture of Ming Chi. Yeah, he lives on the Mac Rumors type sites, doesn't he? He's there every day. We're going to get a picture right now? Or maybe he's never been.
I don't think so.
Oh, really? You think he's never been? There he is. Okay, we got him. Oh, I like the picture on the far left. I like the picture on the first one. Look at this with the collar popped out there. You understand? No tie. Don't need it.
He does look like a Ming Chi.
That's right. I mean, this guy right here doesn't mess around. That would be amazing to get him on the show.
Yeah.
That would be amazing. Anyway, we can only hope.
Mm-hmm.
We'll get Ming Chi and Tim at the same time.
Yeah, let them hash it out. Boxing match style.
Anyway, he says Apple's foldable is going to have an 8-inch QHD plus flexible OLED display and is going to come out in 2023. All the good rumors are 12 years from now.
Yeah.
You see, because then it can be anything. Uh-huh. This is in his note to investors. Just keep putting this stuff out. Predicting the foldable iPhone shipments will reach 15 to 20 million units in 2023. We expect the foldable iPhone will adopt TPK's silver nanowire touch solution because of its several advantages over SDC's Y-Octa technology. Oh, so they figured out who will be the exclusive display supplier, SDC. And then that's what leads to their speculation here. You see, you got to plan these things in advance. Well,
yeah.
I'm going to go make 1 million of these units.
They're not going with LG?
15 to 20 million units. You got to make a deal. You got to shake some hands. Right. You got to sit around the lazy Susan and watch it spin.
Round and round we go.
And you got to drink the tea at the end.
Yes.
You understand that. And it's a fancy type of tea situation that comes out.
Yeah.
Am I remembering correctly? Yeah.
Yeah.
But you get to choose between a couple different teas, right? You don't have to just take the plain tea.
That I don't remember.
So we just had one tea? I feel like I had some options.
Maybe. Besides orange pico.
How dare you? Well, there ain't no orange pico over there at the Lazy Susan.
No?
No. It's the loose leaf. It's the
oolong.
Oh, you got some oolong.
Yeah.
There you go. Now you're starting to catch up over here.
Yeah.
Thank you for coming through on that.
There you go.
All right. He says Apple is already using this silver nanowire for the touch interface on the HomePod. Interesting. Mastering that technology at a lower cost using small volume production. You see, they're always doing stuff over here. Anyway, the comment section down here on Mac Rumors, the top one with 51 votes from Anthony Jr., he says no thank you. He doesn't want to fold. Will he say the same in 2023 when it's all the rage? And you can't even walk 2 feet without seeing people flipping and flapping their iPhone foldable? It's going to be tough. You know the way Apple's going to do it with the commercials and all this? They're going to say, now it's in purple. And then everyone's going to go, woo! Yeah. I saw the purple commercial the other day. I'm like, they really made a whole campaign around a color purple? Yeah, they did. Because they can do it.
Yeah, sure.
Imagine that. You do a whole ad campaign on a phone that came out a while ago, and the ad campaign is purple. And actually, at the end of it, it goes, purple. That's what it does at the end of the commercial. Yeah, it does.
Oh.
I don't know what to think about this. A lot of people tweet this at me. This was top of trending. It's significant. Trust me. I realized this. They had the whole thing going 27 years. And they had the whole foundation going as well. Saving the world and everything.
Yeah. Very consistent. They keep popping up.
They were all over the place.
Yeah.
Interviews and philanthropy.
A lot of that.
They maxed out the philanthropy. And so it all looked just quite perfect. They had the same mission and all that. And then they said, yeah, we can still do that. We just don't like each other.
Yeesh.
Well, okay, they didn't say that. They said something more mature, composed. They said,
You're paraphrasing.
yeah, but I mean, what else is it? I don't know. Like 27 years here after a great, they posted the same. They agreed on the statement. And they posted the same one. So after, I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna read it if you don't mind. It's up to you. You don't want to. You don't want to hear it again.
Go ahead.
After a great deal of thought and a lot of work on our relationship, we have made the decision to end our marriage. Over the last 27 years, we have raised 3 incredible children and built a foundation that works all over the world to enable all people to lead healthy, productive lives. We continue to share a belief in that mission and will continue our work together at the foundation. But we no longer believe we can grow together as a couple in this next phase of our lives. We ask for space and privacy for our family as we begin to navigate this new life. All right, so they're saying, again, in a very mature way, that they still share a belief in their mission, but they can no longer grow together as a couple in the next phase of their lives. So I don't know what went down. Everybody's speculating all kinds of crazy things. It's significant because he's worth, I don't know, 130 billion, somewhere in there. And their foundation alone that they work together on, that's like another $40 billion or something like that. So it's just big numbers. And then we get this report today. They didn't have a prenup, which is always a conversation topic because like the Bezos thing recently happened. And then Mackenzie Bezos became like the richest
just instantly
woman in the world, or I don't remember. I think it was richest at one point because of all, but she started giving away the money right away. And then over here, there's no prenup, but apparently Melinda says that in the initial court stuff here, she's declining spousal support. So they could split the assets, but then not have any complex long-term payment support thing going on. So look, man, I don't know. Billions of dollars all over there.
Yeah.
There's billions of dollars already all over there. Maybe they just like, let's just do this clean. There's enough billions to go around over here.
Sure, yeah.
Let's do this clean. And I mean, I don't know how easy it is to keep working together when you haven't gotten along in a personal way, but you sound very, very mature. They're old enough. I don't know.
Yeah.
Okay, so now you're going to help us here, Will.
Oh, okay. All right.
Was it a gradual thing and they were just like, you know what? We got our own lines going on here.
Yeah.
We're going in our own directions for a while now. We're not doing these things together. We're not was it a gradual thing or did something happen and take place that caused like, wait, you did what?
Yeah.
Which one was it?
No,
27 years.
I think it was gradual.
Okay, you copped
like maybe
out.
these like tent pole kind of situations that kind of divided their relationship. And these things happen. And so what it is, I'm actually really I give them a lot of respect for them hanging on for their kids to grow up.
Yeah, their kids are quite grown up. Absolutely. Yeah. Is it, do you think, like, I mean, obviously a lot of billionaires, celebrities, things like this, they split up. You think that it's just like, it's a lot going on there? Like there's just.
For sure, yeah.
There's just a lot going on. Like maybe.
This guy invented Microsoft.
Maybe in another universe, like where the exact same two people and the exact same two personalities meet each other, but lead a more typical lifestyle. Maybe the outcome is different over here.
Yeah.
It's just the demands and the expectations and the path at the billionaire level has got to be a very unusual
for sure, yeah,
type of experience. So, like, look, we don't know what happened. I heard a rumor that he forgot to flush the toilet. So,
yeah, it's mainly what it is.
I'm joking over here, joking, but yeah, 27 years is a long time.
Yeah.
I'm just gonna say I think it's a bit unfortunate you don't figure it out because you have I mean obviously, yeah, I mean people change, but at the same time it's like they can change the other way too. But maybe they were working on. Look, man, I don't know.
Yeah.
Well, why are you asking me these things? Why do people think I got something to say on it?
Well, moving on.
Good idea. Good idea. Moving on. Like Bill Gates.
Yeah.
God's sake. You know what? Let me just say one more thing on it. Maybe the whole working together thing is tough too. That they have to have a relationship which is private and between them, and then at the same time on the day-to-day with the work-related foundation.
It's too much of them together.
I'm just going to add that piece to it. Was a complexity they had exclusively.
Sure, yeah.
It's not the case across the board, but if anybody, like it's just, you know what is that thing? Is if you, all of a sudden you, say you go on a trip, not even a trip. Okay, fine. Say you go on a trip, and you're gone. I mean, you were in China there for what, like a week or something when I was there? Maybe more.
Yeah.
And then you come back to your own bed. And you're like, you got a new appreciation for it.
Sure, yeah.
You lay down and you're like, oh, I know this spot.
Okay.
You don't know where I'm going with this.
No, I do not.
What I'm trying to say is that sometimes absence makes the heart grow stronger. Is that it's actually when you don't have something for a minute, you start to appreciate it more. You're like, oh, damn, that's right. That's not always going to be like that.
Okay.
And then overexposure on the flip side, if you're constantly in each other's face, you're like, God, get out of my face. Like like what I'm trying to say is that maybe there's a balance to that it can be overwhelming to have too many minutes of your life tangled up like that.
Sure, yeah. I get that too.
You might want to have. We don't know anything. I'm just pointing that out. There's a lot of factors.
Moving on.
Well done, Will. How much revenue do tech giants like Amazon and Apple make per minute? Speaking actually of billionaires and big companies, billion plus multi-billion companies. We got a picture of Bezos here, and of course these numbers are staggering and they're going to blow your mind. In 2020, the 7 biggest tech companies grew in value by 3.4 trillion. That's a T, no B's, trillion. Amazon and Apple posted record revenues in recent months. You know what's interesting about that is just the public perception around Amazon, Bezos, and Apple Cook. Like, they both post record revenues, and people go, particularly to Amazon, how dare you get rich off this pandemic? It's disgusting.
They got to blame someone.
No, but it's interesting, isn't it, how the perception is different depending on your own impression of the brand. If you really like the brand, then you're like, you go get yours. You go get yours. Really strange. Well, I mean, they are different companies. The Amazon had the peeing in the bottle and whatever else. But I, on the flip side with the Amazon stuff, it's like, I try to think about what the whole pandemic thing would be like without Amazon. How hard that would have been.
Yeah.
Impossible to get anything going. I don't know what the alternative. I don't know that anyone was set up and ready to deal with all that, because we're in the midst of another. Like, you can't go to the hardware store right now in Ontario.
Yeah.
Today.
We're having quite a few waves here.
And
like, it's just ongoing. Like, boy.
No, they're starting to get it figured out. But yeah, it's been wavy. Yeah. It's been wavy.
Definitely.
No doubt. There's been a lot of waves out there on Lake Ontario. I'll tell you what.
Choppy waters.
He's been choppy waters out there on Lake Ontario. Anyway.
So they make a lot of money per minute.
They do. No, I was just thinking about you moving into your new house and like probably needing so many little things. And
for sure, yeah.
Can you just run out and get anything? Like, everything, your whole existence has to basically be Amazon. Because, let me explain something else for people who are thinking, why don't you just go to the local Walmart and pick up whatever knickknack, screws, whatever you need. because they shut the aisles down for what they consider to be non-essential to keep people from going out. That's in Ontario right now.
Yeah, and lineups.
And lineups just to get in, but only for essential items.
Yes.
So food or whatever.
Yeah.
But it just to add to the complexity of the situation over here. So when everybody sits there and is angry with Amazon for making too much, it's like, same time, try to picture the alternative, at least for us in the last little while. But anyway, nonetheless, they benefited from this thing because they became the de facto standard. And Apple, well, they didn't seem to have any problems. I think people upgraded their at-home setups. People were buying iPads and computers and obviously phones because now they were basically remote, a lot of people. So those two companies, you can figure out how they were able to top $100 billion in quarterly revenue. Anyway, so the breakdown by minute, revenue per minute. Keep in mind, this is revenue, not profit. So it's no surprise you have Amazon at the top. Almost $840,000 per minute in 2021's first quarter. So around $1 million a minute in revenue. $1 million a minute. $1 million a minute.
Oh.
You know, I sell the cases, right? I got the later cases, and you can go on Shopify and you can see, because it's a Shopify one, and you can see who's ordering them. And it's and I would be in shock. I'd be like, wow, man, everybody's loving this case, buying this case. And I'm feeling good about it.
Yeah.
It's not $1 million a minute. It's not $1 million a minute.
Yeah. There should be a scroller of like every minute it would come up.
That would be cool to see. But this is like one of those situations where they're like, wait a second, if Jeff Bezos is walking down the street and he drops $100 bill, is it worth his time to stop and pick it up? Yeah. It's one of those situations.
Yeah.
Apple comes in second place, around $700,000 per minute. Alphabet, the parent, Google parent company, $426,000 per minute. You have Microsoft, Facebook, Tesla, and Netflix below there. That's your top 7. The company's brought in an average of $373,000 per minute if you average it out across all 7 of them. And it's not the highest ever. Actually, Amazon's best quarter ever was $950,000 in revenue per minute. So, but it's pretty damn close either way. And it is some staggering figures showcasing, the global trend towards technology and technology-based companies. I mean, you look at that list there and you're like, yeah, it's got all those going on. You have all your software, you have your content, you have Netflix there. Obviously, Alphabet has content, Apple has content. You have your gadgets in there. You have your online store that sells you everything. You have your social with Facebook, and you have your electric car with Tesla. Did you know that you can drill your very own hole into your AirTag so you can attach it to a keychain without purchasing accessories? I don't recommend doing such a thing, but obviously people discovered this, and well, some people have done it. And it's not as far as drilling a hole into an Apple product or any tech product, this little guy is around $30. So it's not as terrifying as it would be to put, I don't know, put your own lanyard hole onto your iPhone. I wouldn't want to try to figure out where to put that.
Yeah, that's Apple seems like they missed the mark on this, because it looks like Tile has the hole punch thing. Yeah,
but Apple never missed the mark. Will they do? They just.
Well, how much is that?
They just gonna sell you to fine leather, and I know you can't smell right now, but ladies and gentlemen, Apple ain't never missed the mark. Go get Tim over here. Ask Tim. Put Tim right there and say, "Hey, Tim, you must have missed the mark at some point." No. At Apple, we have an amazing team of engineers, creatives that have done an unbelievable job on AirTags and iPad and iPhone and MacBooks. And you say, no, Tim, I don't think you heard me, man.
But the little hole punch thing. No.
Tim, I don't think you heard me. I'm just saying you missed the mark one time. We have an amazing team of engineers.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's part of the corporate culture, you know. You just
Yeah.
So this is the Hermes Apple AirTag, which is $1 billion and smells like beef jerky.
Fresh. Yeah, don't give that to Otis.
No, Otis will be done with this in 2 seconds flat. Now, you don't need to get this one. You can get, I guess, the regular. I think I have it over there, all the regular ones. But you can get the regular keychain, which costs like $30 and not $400, $350. This one's $350. Check if it's in stock real quick, because when I posted the video, by the way, go check out this video. The unboxing experience of this Hermes AirTag is absolutely ridiculous. You should go check out the video. But anyway, still unavailable. Handmade, baby. I was on the early order. I got that straight from France.
Good job.
I think it was actually at a warehouse in Markham. But at one point, it was in France.
Yeah.
When that stitch right there went in, it's a French stitch right there.
French stitch.
Anyway, yeah, go check. What a time that video was. I had fun with that video, but yeah, so Apple wants to sell you the accessories. They didn't put a hole in it. You're right. You could say they missed the mark. There's two reasons you could say, there's two things you could have wanted. You could have wanted a different form factor, because Tile has a bunch of them. They have the card, and they have the sticky one, and they just have a bunch of different products. And then another thing that's missing is, and I don't know, I've played with it a little bit, but I don't believe it's there, is you can't track your phone from your tracker. It's not a two-way thing.
Oh, really?
So you can track your time. And I know people are saying, okay, why would you want to, what's the reason for, well, because you misplace your phone sometimes too.
Yeah.
And if you have your keys and you're looking for your phone, you can you could track your phone.
Right.
So that's kind of a two-way. Granted, if Apple sells you the Apple Watch, you never need to worry about it, because then you use the watch to find the phone, and the phone to find the tracker, and
It's a whole ecosystem.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's like the rainforest.
Yeah. A lot of roots.
Rainforest is amazing.
Yeah.
With the canopy,
Uh-huh.
the wildlife.
The trees
Oh my God.
all joining together.
Anyway, these guys found a little spot where you can drill a hole through the AirTag and not damage anything. And you can hook it to something, to your keychain, I guess, without having to purchase an accessory.
I heard there's like 3 spots you can drill.
Okay, 3 spots. Yeah, what does it say here? Done through the plastic cover. Avoid the circular steel frame and tiny PCB. You need steady hands to drill a hole through the plastic.
Where's that?
Anyway. Well, we're not recommending that anyone does it, but there is content out there that'll show you what to do if you want to do this. But I would think there's other ways to attach it without buying Apple's accessories. I don't know. Maybe some third-party $2 keychain. If it doesn't exist yet, it probably will any minute. On a certain website that you might be familiar with.
Yeah.
That generates close to $1 million a minute. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Sony has some Discord news. So Discord was going to be sold. It was like a $10 billion discussion. It was going to be sold to Microsoft. Who knows what happened in those discussions? Who knows whether or not it was for real? Like, as far as the rumor was concerned, were they really going to, or was it a negotiation tactic? Like, did they always plan on this, or did things just not meet their criteria? And then they're like, okay, we'll go talk to Sony instead of Microsoft. But either way, they cut a deal with Sony that doesn't involve Sony acquiring Discord. Instead, they become a minority investor. And the whole report is pretty vague, but they say, look, we are working on integrating Discord into PlayStation consoles. That's as much as we have right now, which is kind of sounds like, for Discord, pretty cool situation. You don't have to sell the whole company. You got Sony as a partner who has a pretty decent footprint as far as gaming's concerned. They take on a minority stake, so you get them at the table so they can say, maybe you want to do this and this. A little bit of advice. Now, maybe, I don't know, maybe the $10 billion could have been useful.
Sure. Yeah.
if you cut a deal that way. But this one lets them presumably maintain complete control over the situation.
But that means that Discord will get a ton of more active users.
You'd assume so.
Or users in general.
You'd assume so. Right. What does it say here? It says that could mean full-fledged Discord app coming to PlayStation consoles, or an integration like connecting PSN and Discord accounts to more easily chat with friends off-platform. These are, again, it's been a vague announcement, but the point is that there is a relationship there, and the criteria was met to make a deal and not have to sell the company. So I think actually some Discord users will be partial to this news instead of the Microsoft acquisition, because some people were worried like, oh, Microsoft's going to just bury or ruin Discord.
Yeah.
Which obviously that's not what happened. Now, speaking of Microsoft for a second, they are boosting the FPS on 74 more titles. This is a thing they've been doing. Going back, and it's a thing they can kind of maybe a little advantage for them in the console space on Series X and S, is that it seems to be easy for them to go in and improve performance on titles without it needing to be a newly updated title or needing some kind of extensive modification.
Yeah.
So they went in there and boosted 74 more games. So the total number of FPS boosts now is 97 games. The latest to be added to the list, Assassin's Creed Unity, Deus Ex Mankind Divided, Wasteland 3, and Far Cry 5 are all going to move to 60 FPS on the console.
Nice.
And this is for Xbox Series X and Series S, designed to make existing games run better. They added also 13 EA games recently, and 12 of them added support all the way up to 120 FPS. And then before that, they upgraded a bunch of Bethesda games because, they did that acquisition. So they got right to work on that, improving the performance of those titles. So it's a lot of FPS boost. So I like to see it when you have a pre-existing thing that you already have get better. Like you don't have to, this doesn't require anything from you. It just got better.
Yeah.
I like that. Oh, bonus for you. A couple extra frames.
There you go.
You're not one to complain about a couple extra frames. You'll take it.
No, I think it's nice to kind of go back to the classics and maybe play it at a different experience. A better one.
Did you play Far Cry 5? What'd you play?
Oh, man, I don't remember which one it was.
I feel like I saw you playing that game.
Oh, yeah, this one. Yeah.
Yeah, you were like, check out these graphics, dude. I was like, whoa. That was a time.
Yeah, this one was really fun.
Now, speaking of tech acquisition, sales, etc., Verizon has agreed to sell Yahoo and AOL to a private equity firm for $5 billion. This is a headline where I'm like, wait a sec. Yahoo and AOL still worth $5 billion?
Oh.
Damn. You don't hear these words as much. I mean, at one time, holy smokes. Actually, Verizon purchased AOL in 2015 for $4.4 billion and Yahoo in 2017 for $4.5 billion. So they're like, $9 billion deep on it.
Yeah.
So it was sort of a fire sale, but they claim that they turned it around. They had an ad business and a media business going on with these brands, and
they were going to the moon with it.
Yeah, and they say, oh, it's still good news. It's just that this private equity firm is going to take it to the next level. Apollo. Apollo will this will allow Verizon Media to aggressively pursue growth areas, and it stands to benefit its employees, advertisers, publishing partners, and nearly 900 million monthly active users worldwide. Huh. Yeah, they're still there, man. The Yahoo thing is still there after all these years. Once upon a time, it was the hottest page on the internet. But I find myself every so often in the news feed, I'll have some article from here. But they got other products, too, that people use. Some people still use the mail.
Yes.
And some people still use the pools for the sports teams and things, Yahoo Sports.
Is there still Yahoo Messenger?
I have no idea. Probably, maybe. I don't know. But there's still some products there. And they're able to get $5 billion. So, you take that $5 billion on that one.
Wow, look at that clip art.
Yeah.
Very 90s.
That's 1998 in a nutshell right there.
Yeah.
That's the entire year in a nutshell right there.
Did you have any fond memories of AOL or Yahoo?
You know what, man? Was this the same era as Messenger? Microsoft? Or was this the same era
MSN?
as MSN? Or was this the same time as ICQ?
You mean AOL?
Like AOL had a messenger, Yahoo had a messenger, MSN had a messenger, and ICQ I think was before all that.
Yeah, ICQ was slightly before that.
Yeah.
From what
I would say most of my early messaging. Man, I remember with ICQ, we used to have a way of there was like a way you could screw up the next guy's computer, like on over chat. You could run certain. I don't even remember how we would do it, but you could like open the dude's disk drive and freak him out. You could you send like a message bomb and like freeze his whole thing. We would goof around with that. You never did
good
that?
Times.
You never did that stuff?
No.
Oh yeah, we would do that stuff.
Do you remember your ICQ number?
Not at all. No. Was it a number?
Yeah.
It was a number.
8 numbers.
You're right. It was a number. I remember the notification sound. Uh-oh.
Yeah. Very distinct.
Yeah. That was the first taste of like of the eventual social media crack that was on its way. Uh-oh. It's like, and then it just ballooned with all the current social media now anyway. Yeah.
Very poetic too. Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Look what's coming. What a weird, you got a message and it said, uh-oh?
Yeah.
Did it actually say, uh-oh, or did I just make that up?
No, it was.
Uh-oh. Why would it be uh-oh? That's really interesting, dude.
Hold on, yeah.
Play it. Oh, that's very bizarre that they were predicting the future. It's uh-oh. Oh, man, you're triggering my brain right now. You're unlocking. No.
You just got 10 messages right there.
No.
Yeah.
Wow. Uh-oh. Look at the top comment. I met my husband on ICQ 13 years ago. We were both in our early 20s, married this year in January. That was 3 years ago. Wow. These comments are just... The internet I actually liked. Comment from 6 years ago, and it's just that sound. Wow.
I bet he was a Napster guy.
Wow. The youngsters right now, they don't even know what we're talking about, but this is when it was a novel thing to just message people online. That was a novel thing in real time.
Yeah.
To not
start
have
up your 56K.
To not have to call them.
Yeah.
That was it. You could manage multiple conversations at once. And if you were interested in a girl at school, this is all you needed.
Oh, yeah.
That's all you needed.
Yeah.
You just get the ICQ, you're all set. Crazy time, man. Neuralink co-founder quits the company weeks after the Jurassic Park tweet. Remember that tweet? He came out, he said, yo, we could do Jurassic Park if we wanted. No problem. 2 seconds. Let me whip that up for you. Not his words, of course I'm exaggerating. Here were the words. We could probably build Jurassic Park if we wanted to. Wouldn't be genetically authentic dinosaurs, but maybe 15 years of breeding plus engineering to get super exotic novel species. Just super casual. And so that statement went out. I don't know. It made a little bit of news, but then he bailed on the company, or I don't know what transpired. But here's the latest tweet, May 1st. Some personal news with the star emoji things going on. That's a big deal. By the way, his name is Max Hodak. I am no longer at Neuralink as of a few weeks ago, so it doesn't update you. Waits a few weeks to officially say it. Then he says, I learned a ton there and remain a huge cheerleader for the company. Onward to new things. So, seemed pretty positive sentiment.
Do you think it was because of this comment here? The Jurassic Park comment?
Well, I don't know. I mean, that's how that comment put this individual into my news feed originally. So it was obviously significant enough. I don't know. It had, it wasn't that significant. It looks like it has 232 replies and 1.1 thousand likes on that particular tweet. I doubt that has a connection. I mean, Elon says crazy stuff himself as well. Yeah. It could be, well, there's a couple of options, right? It could be some sort of disagreement, just management-wise, typical stuff. I'm going to go do something else. Okay, cool. You go do something else. Or it could be wanting to do something within work that the other people were like, no, we can't do that. And him saying, but I know how to we can do that. And they're saying, no, that's not the way we want to go. And him saying, you know what? I'm going to go do that on my own.
Yeah.
Could be that. Or he does something and they say, look, can you please leave quietly? Because this is a lot like analyzing the divorce situation from earlier. I mean, we're just guessing. But it is noteworthy that he put the Jurassic Park tweet and then he bounced. It's not a lot of people in the company, and the company is not that old. Hodak and Musk launched Neuralink back in 2016. I guess that is kind of old. It's crazy how. What do they say? Time flies? What do they say? Is that what they say?
Yes.
All right. Well, anyway, the piece that he brought to the company was biomedical engineering. So that seems important. And you have to fill that role.
Sure, yeah.
Biomedical engineering. I mean, it's nothing compared to your resume, but something. Here's a closer look at Drake's one of one Chrome Hearts Rolls-Royce Cullinan. Would you spin around in something like this, Will? Check out the rims. You got the custom emblem as well. You see, that's not the Spirit of Ecstasy.
What is that, actually?
Well, I think it's their Chrome Hearts thing.
It's Drake's logo thing?
It actually looks like 3 crosses.
Yeah.
It's going to tell us here, Will. Here we go. The Chrome Hearts Rolls-Royce sees details like carbon fiber ducts, Maltese cross wheels, a new cemetery cross hood ornament that replaces the Spirit of Ecstasy, and most impressive, the interior, which has been meticulously handcrafted with diamond quilting. That's what happens when you do the custom vehicle. You must do the quilting.
Yeah.
The leather quilting. Maltese crosses, fleur-de-lis motif, along with signature Chrome Hearts silver embellishments. The finishing touches arrive in the form of a custom key with a CH chain pouch and Drake embroidered on the sun visor. So apparently, this vehicle is being displayed right now down there in Miami at the Institute of Contemporary Art. So I know you can't get down there right now, Will, but I don't think you even have to, because once Drake gets it back here to Toronto, then he just take you for a quick spin, no problem.
Yeah, I'll bring it to the studio.
Yeah, just put it over there.
Sure.
Drake,
can you just leave it there?
Thanks, so Drake, all you got to do is email will@loulater.com, and he'll put the vehicle right there into our Museum of Contemporary Art, which is right behind you.
Yeah.
That's what that is.
The box of old Timbits.
Hey, man. No, you remember we had the EQS over there. You know how good it looked?
Sure, yeah.
This will look equally good. Although I don't know if this has enough RGB on the inside. It looks like it's got some blue stuff on the outside.
Yeah, it's nice.
Anyway, that's a lot of custom work right there. You know what I like about this one? How the doors open. You know, you got the door opening the other way.
Oh, yeah.
Make it easy to get in and out with a big opening there.
Is that the license plate? Certi.
Like certified? Short for certified? I see the Ontario plates on it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Right on. Good for him.
Certified platinum? Like, is that what that means?
Maybe.
How about this one, Will? Pepsi. You know Pepsi?
Yeah.
What's it? Did you call your dog Pepsi at one time?
It wasn't my dog. It was my landlord's dog.
Okay, but the actual name was Pepsi? Because my dog is Pepper, but all the time I say Pepsi too.
Really?
Yeah, like Pep, Pepper, Pepsi, Peppy.
Oh, okay, yeah. That makes sense.
Like all the pep words.
Yeah.
What about Otis? It's just Otis? You got nothing else? No shorter, no fun? You have no fun with it?
He does have fun.
No, not him having fun. I'm saying you have fun with the words.
Yeah. One syllable, I call him Oats.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
Yeah. My sister call him Odie.
I like that. I like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty good.
So he has 3.
He's got 3.
Not as robust as
But if he
Pepper,
if he does something bad though, then he's Otis.
Yeah. Very stern.
Otis.
Yes.
Dogecoin co-creator sold all his coins for just enough to afford a used Honda Civic in 2015. Now Doge is bigger than Honda. It's the headline. I don't know when this was written. I do know. It was written at 3:06 a.m. So this is even different now than when it was written. But Doge has been bananas. And there's a lot of expectation that this Doge thing can go even higher. There was some news around the Oakland A's baseball team.
It's 4th now.
In market cap, yeah.
Yeah. It just beat out XRP.
It passed XRP. You have a 72 billion market cap. Is that? And it's up 109% on a 7-day and 40%, almost 40% on 24 hours at 57 cents.
Nice.
Anyway, yeah, that graph, that's a graph right there. That's the chart. That's a chart. It's a graph. Anyway, so actually not at its high though. Is it?
It's at its high.
Oh, it is. Why when I look down?
It went back down a little bit.
It has gone down a little bit.
This was its high.
Okay, so it cracked 60 cents.
Yes.
There you go. Anyway, so this story is about one of the founders of Dogecoin who didn't actually buy a Honda Civic at the time, but paid rent with that money, sold out of crypto for like $10,000 and presumably had a bunch of Doge and it would be worth a lot more right now. It's your typical crypto story. What would have been if I hadn't done what I did, then I did what I didn't. Imagine that.
Uh-oh.
It's your favorite crypto story. Yeah. Anyway, this thing might get even crazier, as we've mentioned multiple times. Elon goes on SNL. He wears the Doge shirt. It goes even higher. The prophecy is fulfilled. Yeah, but who knows? I mean, it is whatever people make it.
For sure, yeah.
It's whatever people want to make out of it. If it's a joke to you, you can keep treating it that way. If you love it and it's not, then you can keep treating it that way. And everything will happen in front of us. We'll be able to see. As of right now, as of this minute, it's looking less like a joke than it has ever before.
Sure, yeah. But it's still fun.
Yeah.
You know? You still crack a joke.
You like the fun part of it.
Hell yeah.
All right, so let's see here. The Shiba Inu themed cryptocurrency is now the 5th largest cryptocurrency. That was at that moment. At 3 a.m., it was the 5th largest. We're sitting here in the afternoon and sitting in 4th place. Unbelievable stuff.
Amazing.
Never saw it. So the moral of the story is never buy a Honda Civic, instead buy Doge. Mm-hmm. This is not financial advice. Here's a fun one for you, Will. I want you to catch this clip because it's of a catch itself. Phillies fan catches 97-mile-per-hour foul ball while holding ice cream.
Wow.
I think you're going to like this.
Bare hands?
I'm pretty sure you could have pulled this off, guy like you.
Yeah.
So you might not be that impressed. Actually, this is one of those. It's one of those scam video clips at the top, and then you guys scroll down to the. Okay. Here it is. This is coming hot off the bat. Check this out, okay? Bang! It's going foul. Going foul. You're like, he's dead. You're like, no, he's not.
Nice.
Got the ice cream in the other hand, and one hands it in the bare hand, and gives it to the girlfriend. And you gotta believe that's a moment for him right there. That's going to pay off.
First
Look
date?
at that. Yeah, it's going to pay off. And he does it casual, too. Like, it's really no big deal. He's just like, oh, yeah, that ball? You want that one? There you go. That's for you. And she's like, oh, my goodness. And then the replay goes on the board, and she's like, is that you? Is that me? I mean, I don't know if that's her voice. I mean, her voice could be different than that.
Yeah. Wow, that's impressive.
Yeah, it's a good reaction too, and it's coming hot in the bare hand. Like that is a hot ball to bare hand. Like if that happened in the game, if that happened at shortstop,
Yeah.
you'd be like, "That's the play of the year." Go up and but you wouldn't. Obviously, you have a glove. You don't want to break your hand, break your finger on this. But this guy
did a little bit of a reach too.
He did. So I can tell you're really happy with this one, Will.
This is impressive. Yeah.
When
the date's happy. And it's a win-win.
You like the whole thing.
Yeah. This is what I like to see.
This is what you're here for.
Exactly, yeah.
Lovely.
The main reason.
Willie do. Maybe this is also what you're here for. Will Smith is in the worst shape of his life.
No, not at all. That's terrible news. No.
I like it. Because, it's the opposite of what you typically see on social media. Like, usually everybody's trying to put on a front and look perfect and Photoshop and whatever else. And his latest post says, what's the caption? I want to get the correct caption. I'm going to be real with y'all. I'm in the worst shape of my life. That's the caption.
Honesty.
That's the caption.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be real with y'all. I'm in the worst shape of my life. It has almost 100,000 comments, 6.19 million likes.
Uh-huh.
Is this exactly what we need to see? Like a guy catches a ball 97 miles per hour, and then you scroll to the next one, and Will Smith's like, I'm in the worst shape of my life.
The more real, the better.
Like maybe COVID been hard on people. Maybe they can relate to this.
Yeah.
So, you know what? Me too. I suppose there's a limit to it.
Yeah. Imagine he's like 300 pounds.
Yeah, that's interesting, isn't it? There's always somebody who's worse off. Like somebody can look at it and go, how dare you say you're out of shape? You should see me.
Yeah. It's not a contest though.
I can't even move. How dare you? Insensitive. Yeah. He's like, no, look, he's just saying for him, he's in the worst shape of his life. So I think that's fair. It's fine. But yeah, it's an interesting angle. And
for sure.
I don't mind it because it feels a bit different. So shout out.
It's a very unflattering pose there, too. But it's real.
Unflattering pose.
You got to do what you got to do.
It's captured in the moment because you can see his hand is still moving.
Yeah.
And it's a bad facial expression. Like nothing about it is ready for posting.
Exactly. But he did it anyway, so good on him.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. I think I feel the same way as you. Go ahead. What were you gonna say?
I mean, I just read that Will Smith is gonna make like a YouTube original.
Yes, I saw that as well. Was there any more detail on that? Because that's about all I read.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't think
same with Alicia Keys.
I don't think they gave details on what it's going to be, but he is working on a YouTube original. Absolutely, yeah. He's been investing a lot of his energy into social media, both Instagram and YouTube.
Right.
And who knows? Maybe if he keeps broadcasting the lack of shape that he's in, that might be a success story right there.
Yeah, this could be his new role.
Speaking of the shape that Will Smith is currently in, here we have a 240-pound river monster fish.
Wow.
It's in the same shape as Will Smith right now. I actually, when I placed these tabs next to each other, it didn't cross my mind that he was posting himself out of shape. Look, this is me anyways. I could be either of these. I could be the river monster. I could be apparently, this monster fish they caught in Detroit, they believe has been roaming that water for over 100 years.
Wow.
That this fish would have hatched back in 1920.
How would they find that out?
Well, they have a number of measurements they can take. Like you can see actually his tools right there. There's a measuring tape and some other kind of analysis tool. That this particular fish, the females specifically, apparently can live up to 150 years old.
Oh, so they just keep growing. They don't shrivel up when they get old.
No.
Get arthritis or something. Get wrinkles in the face.
I don't think so. I think they slow down a little bit. Actually, they say when they caught this one, it wasn't much of a fight.
Oh.
So they could slow down a little bit, but it's actually pretty impressive. The other interesting thing is the difference in lifespan, male to female. The male goes for 55 years, the female 80 to 150.
Oh.
That's quite a huge difference there. They say she was tired out and didn't fight us very much. And this is an endangered species, this lake sturgeon.
Oh.
So that's why they track them.
They decide to catch the biggest one?
No, they'll put it back. They're going to put it back.
I thought they were going to eat it.
No. They're trying to figure out, they're studying, right, to see what's in there and what's healthy and how long it's living and all this stuff.
Are they going to name it? Do you think?
They probably would give it a name, I would think, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's see what it says here. They believe 28,000 lake sturgeon use the St. Clair Detroit River system. And of those fish, about 5,500 come from the Detroit River. The population has significantly declined, but it is still one of the largest in the Great Lakes. And so anyway, they're trying to protect the habitat, protect whatever they got over there. But this one here, 6 foot 10 inches,
Jeez.
240 pounds, female that hatched all the way back in 1920, they believe. So
Very cool.
I don't know about you, Will, but that's a fish right there.
Oh, yeah.
It doesn't make any